Welcome to the weekend, everyone. I'm Martin. It's Saturday and this is Newsround. Let's start with some pretty exciting tennis news from Wimbledon. Two more British players are through to the fourth round. British men's #1 Cameron Norrie won in 3 straight sets, beating American Stevie Johnson. And Heather Watson beat Kaya Yuvan 7-6, 6-2. She paid tribute to the crowd and atmosphere for helping her through.
I've made it to the fourth round for the first time, and what it means to do it here on home turf and at Wimbledon, for me, the most special tournament in the world. So, it meant so much to get over the line there at the end, and I was just really proud of myself and just grateful for all the support out there.
Now, it's a busy day today as Rafa Nadal is hoping to get one step closer to winning his 23rd Grand Slam title. British player Liam Brodie is up against Australian Alex de Minaur, and fellow Brit Katie Boulter faces Harmony Tan, who beat tennis great Serena Williams on Wednesday. Some football news next, and England have won the Under-19 Men's European Championships. They beat Israel 3-1 in the final in Slovakia, with Aston Villa's Aaron Ramsey scoring the final goal. It's the second time in 5 years the Young Lions have won the Euros. Congratulations to them. Next, it's been 50 years since London's first ever Pride March, demanding equality for people from the LGBT+ community. And today it's back in London, and lots of other cities around the UK will have big marches over the summer. So here's Hayley with more on what it's all about.
Pride in London is a huge event which takes place every year. Around 1 million people go to the march, which includes a colourful parade with music and dancing. It's a celebration of people coming together in love and friendship to show support for the LGBT community. It's also a protest calling for all people to be treated fairly. LGBT stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender. Sometimes a Q is also added, which stands for queer, and a plus, which is a symbol used to mean and others, to include people of all identities. Pride is celebrated in June, as that was the month when the Stonewall riots took place in the US in 1969. Many people took to the streets to fight for gay rights and equality for everyone. The riots were seen as a turning point, which showed the need for better treatment for gay people. In 1972, the first Pride March took place in London, with 2,000 people taking part. Since then, there have been lots of changes to laws in the UK to make things more equal, including same-sex couples being able to get married and adopt children. Gay, lesbian, bisexual and transgender people are now able to serve in the British Armed Forces, and teaching children about same-sex relationships in schools is no longer banned. It is illegal in the UK to discriminate against anybody because of their sexuality or gender, but many LGBT people still face unfair treatment in their daily lives. Pride is a time for celebration, but the organisers also want to highlight the need for more support and protection for LGBT communities in the UK and around the world.
And for loads more information about Pride, just head to the Newsround website. Alrighty, time for some environmental news now. Here's Jenny with this week's Your Planet.
On this week's Your Planet, we start by taking a trip to Spain, where we find our car company trying to create a new type of electric car. Solar panels are being attached to these cars in a bid to use the sun as a way of creating electricity to run the cars. This light-year model is collecting enough solar energy to travel more than 40 miles every day. Next up, we're staying in Spain as we've got some good news about red kites. The bird has been in slow decline over the last 30 years in the country, and the UK is breeding the birds and sending them over to Spain in a bid to help the population. The idea is to release 30 red kites this year and then another 30 over the next 2 years. Last up, this week we head to Vietnam, where they're taking action to protect coral reefs there. The country has around 2,000 miles of coastline, and the crystal water and sandy beaches attract a lot of tourists. But scientists say it's this, along with global warming, that is causing serious damage to the reefs. They've now banned swimming and scuba diving in these areas to try and help, with early signs that it's working.
OK, before we go, let's take a wee look at what stories we've got online. Check out the giant carbon catching machine that's set to be built in Iceland. Find out why your pet dog could be secretly a wolf wrapped in dog's clothing. And it's the biggest annual sporting event in the world. Find out everything you need to know about the cycling event, the Tour de France. Well, that is all from me today. But I'll be back here at the same time at around 7:40 tomorrow. If you can't wait until then, you can always head to the Newsround website for all the rest of the day's top stories. Have a great day. Cheerio.